we will see Beastie Rar and My Lady Balls in tag team matchup action against Kitty Styles and Alley Cat. Both will be accompanied to the ring. Of course, Beastie Rar and My Lady Balls being accompanied to the ring by Evoke, and Kitty Styles and Alley Cat being accompanied to the ring by Kitten's Mew. This could create a absolutely insane dynamic in this matchup. We could see Evoke and Kitten's Mew just completely tear it apart outside of the ring. And we could see the women's division absolutely just tear the ring up and show us what they can do in tag team competition. So get ready. We are going to start the betting here. Give me 1 second. Check your crowns, exclamation mark crowns, to check your current balance, your status, all that good stuff. And yeah, start the bet. Hey, Beastie, thanks for the host. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you so much for the host and the tweets and all that good stuff. Viewer, Beastie, are you still on Game Wisp? I should probably get that fixed if you're still subscribed on Game Wisp. I'll have to go check and report you here and get that figured out. Oh, my whispers. Okay, no worries. I didn't, it's not a big deal. I just wasn't sure. I had to go through and I had to manually do everything, so I'm not sure what, who's got what and what I missed, if anything. I've had so much on the go trying to get this up and going. I didn't get the needs. MLB with the resub, 4 months in a row. Awesome. Thank you so much for the resub. Yeah, you can just click the link down below if you want. Whenever is good for you. If you can't resub, it's not a big deal. You'll still stay in the league. It's not a big deal. That's why we sort of altered the way that the league works. So if people aren't able to resub, or if people aren't able to sub at all, they can still participate. That's exactly why we've built the league the way we have, so everybody can participate no matter what. Because we want everybody to have a chance in the league, right? But up first, guys, if you haven't had your bets in, it's you pretty much have no time left. So let's get ready to get the next matchup underway. This is going to be absolute madness. I have a feeling we haven't seen anything quite like this to date. Let's get started. Today officially marks the point of new alliances between these competitors here. Get ready, the show's about to get underway. Thank you guys for joining us here on Champions Alliance Wrestling for Battle Zone. We are just about ready to get started. Women's tag team action up next. All right, we are just about ready to get things started here. We've got some great matchups. Beard Nation making their way to the ring for the first time in tag team competition. Of course, the women's champion, My Lady Balls, alongside Beastie Rawr, accompanied to the ring by none other than Evoke. Beard Nation ready to go in the ring. And Kitty Club making their debut here today. Kitty Styles and Alley Cat. An alliance we thought we might see a long time ago, however, it has come to fruition. And apparently the Kitty Club is in full force here. Alley Cat and Kitty Styles accompanied to ringside by Kitten's Mew. And here we go. We are about to get things started. The women's tag team matchup. The first match of the day is underway. BC off to a start, but Kitty Styles managing to regain herself. Kitty Styles getting caught up. Beastie is on the offensive now. CAW Universe obviously very excited about this women's tag team matchup here on Battle Zone. Kitty Styles makes the tag. In comes Alley Cat. And Beastie with a nice suplex. Well executed. Catching Kitty Styles, or sorry, Alley Cat rather, off guard perhaps. Beastie looking to carve her way out to a victory here today, and she's getting started, going to work on Alley Cat. Wow, beautiful kick. Placed directly, knocks Alley Cat down flat, and in comes the women's champion, My Lady Balls. Alley Cat off the ropes, into a big elbow. My Lady Balls now going to work on Alley Cat. Alley Cat with a chin break reversal, trying to get back to her feet. She's going to need to make that tag in here soon. Nice big falling suplex there. Alley Cat sends My Lady Balls down to the mat hard. You can pretty much guarantee you're going to see a great matchup between these two teams, these two newly formed teams. Both members of each team, of course, allied prior to this matchup, however, not turned official until today. Beard Nation and Kitty Club. This is, and in comes the tag. Kitty Styles is ready to go. MLB with a huge flying headbutt, and down goes Kitty Styles. Big forearm to the back now. MLB continues the attack. Kitty Styles manages to break the hold. Kitty with a suplex now. In comes Alley Cat after the tag. Reverse DDT. My Lady Balls tries to go on the offensive, but it costs her in the long run as Alley Cat manages to plant MLB with a huge reverse DDT. In comes the tag. My Lady Balls brings Beastie Rar into the mix now. They lock it up. Alley Cat looking to get the tag now so she can bring Kitty Styles in. Beastie and Kitty Styles face off again. Big elbows. Kitty Styles just barely able to escape, and she gets sent to the outside. Beastie Rar goes on the offensive and sends this match out to ringside. Wow, face first into that steel post. Kitty Styles is taking some serious abuse now outside of the ring. Count nears 4 now. Boot to the midsection. Some chops and a combination. And this match is going back inside of the ring. Kitty Styles on the running bulldog, planting the face of Beastie into the mat, and she gets the tag. In comes Alley Cat. Alley Cat resumes control, but it's reversed by Beastie as she flips back onto her feet, hits the Northern Light suplex. Beautifully executed and a well scouted by Beastie. And a 1 count is all she's going to be able to get on Alley Cat. Beastie driving in some elbows here, trying to wear down Alley Cat. And a huge kick to the face of Alley Cat. Lays Alley Cat out flat, and this could be it. Leg is hooked. Beastie with the pin, 2. And a near 3, but Alley Cat just able to kick out in time. Running bulldog now. This time Alley Cat on the receiving end as Beastie gets the tag to My Lady Balls. MLB with a whip. Sends Alley Cat face first into the turnbuckle. Alley Cat now with a recovery. Alley Cat stuck in the corner, and this is not a good position against the women's champ, My Lady Balls. Running splash into the corner. Nails Alley Cat. Beard Nation is just going to work right now on Kitty Club. Alley Cat now manages to get back into position. Corkscrew hit. Nails MLB. My Lady Balls down for the pin and the cover too. Wow, so close to that 3 count. Just not enough to get the 3. Wow, unbelievable. Alley Cat gets the tag. In comes Kitty Styles. My Lady Balls a little slow on the recovery. Kitty Styles lays in with a beautiful combination. My Lady Balls desperately needs to get that tag, and a big kick to the face flattens out My Lady Balls. Kitty Styles with the cover, hooks the leg. 1, 2, and Beastie gets in there in time and breaks the pin up. Alley Cat obviously not too happy. Alley Cat, huge neck breaker off the second rope. Down goes Beastie. Kitty Styles now. And down goes, that could be it. No, Beastie breaks up the pin yet again. My Lady Balls lining up. Kitty Styles could be in trouble. Big spear. My Lady Balls takes down Kitty Styles, and that could be it. Oh, and the ref has distracted the pin. 2. No, not able to get the pin. The ref was distracted. MLB gets the tag. In comes Beastie and Kitty Styles. Uh-oh. Kitty Styles, uh-oh. Setting up. Firestorm. Firestorm hits. Beastie goes for the pin, but it's broken up by Alley Cat. MLB can't get there in time. Kitty Styles trying to work back onto the offensive, and she is showing the CAW universe that she is not affected as she gets the tag in. Probably for the better. Not a wise idea to stick around after getting nailed by Beastie's Firestorm. That is not what you want to do. Leg is hooked. Beastie with the cover. Broken up now. Beastie now back on the offensive. Beastie brings the tag in. My Lady Balls, she's going to be looking for that titty buster if she wants to keep the pin down for the 3 count here. My Lady Balls headed to the second rope. Alley Cat in trouble, and the big elbow drop misses. Alley Cat recovers. And My Lady Balls gets sent to the outside. Alley Cat is looking around. What is she? No way. No way. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable shot through the ropes. A suicide dive. Alley Cat nails the women's champion. Wow. Clothesline flattens out Alley Cat. And this matchup can't possibly get any better. This is out of control. Alley Cat face first into the steel post now as My Lady Balls goes to work. Kitty Club in a lot of trouble here. The count reaches 5. We take the action back into the ring. Big takedown now as Alley Cat tries to regain a little bit of momentum. Alley Cat with a cover. I don't know if she's going to be able to keep that down, and she only gets the 2 count. Beastie manages to break the hold now, and she's back to her feet. Wow, the kick gets reversed, and Alley Cat nails the elbow. Alley Cat starting to get worn down as she gets the tag into Kitty Styles now. Big windmill slam by Beastie. Kitty Styles now, 3, big headbutt there, flying headbutt. Kitty hooks the leg, 1, and a kick out. Early in the count now. Two, 3, and Kitty Styles trying to get things back on track for Kitty Club. Wow, big leg sweep takedown. Kitty Styles again with a cover. 2, and nearly a 3 count, but not quite enough. Beastie manages to kick out. Kitty Styles again with the kick. She buries Beastie. Let's see if she can keep the pin down. In comes Alley Cat. And a kick out at 2. Alley Cat going to work on My Lady Balls now. And this has gotten a little bit out of control. Nice reversal as Beastie manages to push away the shot. And Rana takedown. Nice Frankensteiner there. Beastie Roar lines up again. This could be it for Kitty Styles. Firestorm number 2. Beard Nation might have this one in the bag. Alley Cat breaks it up just in time. Not a second too soon. Kitty with this cover, and My Lady Balls is there to break it up. Big snap suplex. Down goes Beastie. My Lady Balls with a boot. Right to the backside of Kitty Styles. Oh, here it is! Titty Buster! Titty Buster hits! Devastating! And this is how she won the championship. Leg is hooked. This could be it. 2, 3! Beastie is there to prevent Alley Cat from getting involved. And Beard Nation is walking away with a huge win. Here in the women's tag team division, unbelievable performance by both tag teams. But Beard Nation comes out with a victory over Kitty Club. And the replay here says it all. An absolute war, all-out mayhem this match between Beard Nation and Kitty Styles. The Titty Buster was the final nail in the coffin. And of course, Beastie there to prevent any interruptions from outside. Get ready, we've got more matches to come. This was just the first one. Because up next, please note, guys, that if you guys are creating a team and forming people, we want people's names to have some semblance of their actual chat name in their name. So, if your name, say for example, Extreme Rogue, say for example, your character's name was, um, I don't know, Johnny Blast, let's say, for example. I don't know, Johnny Blast, okay? We would want you to probably switch your name to Johnny Rogue or Johnny Extreme or something that would match your name so people can put a name in the chat to a face in the game. That's super, super important. All right, so up next, we have a fatal four-way matchup between some of the top stars trying to make their way farther up the ladder in Breakout, basically. These guys are trying to do their best to get noticed in Champions Alliance Wrestling so they can move up the ladder, potentially get close to title shots going forward. Up next, a fatal four-way. Tone Evil, Exotic Rivers, Jack Murphy, and the Mad Scotian will face off. All right, guys, type in !crowns into the chat if you want to check your current balance. Get ready to bet. We're going to open the betting in just a moment. Guys, if you would like to become a permanent subscriber, we have all kinds of cool benefits for GameWisp subscribers. If you want to, just head over, type !sub into the chat for the details on how you can become a GameWisp subscriber to Champions Alliance Wrestling. We have lots of cool benefits, including stat increases, spots on the main show, Elite Stars, priority in pay-per-view events, as well as cool things for different tiers, like your own personal in-chat emotes to use during the show. Absolutely awesome way to support the stream and get cool perks. Yes, P-Crack, you are considered a viewer right now because we couldn't get the stats set up. You should be considered a regular. As far as the benefits that you're getting for your character, you have that. You have the stats of a regular, obviously, because of your, sort of promoting the stream and supporting and stuff like that. So don't worry about too much about the regular thing. There's viewer, regular, subscriber. Regulars are considered anybody who hangs out for more than 20 hours. So yeah, it's just the thing there. You should be considered a regular, but for some reason the system and the way it's set up, new bot doesn't want to do it until anybody gets to 20 hours, which is annoying. At any rate, you are still getting, like if you check out the information section, P-Crack, you'll see the stats of a regular are different than the stats of a viewer. But of course, P-Crack would get the stats of a regular. And there's a handful of others in the chat as well who are considered regulars because they migrated over with us from the other leagues. So, but yeah, up next, huge fatal four-way matchup. Get ready, this is going to be a big one. Guys, don't feel obligated to subscribe. Listen, it's not required. You can still be a part of the show. If you want to subscribe and take advantage of some of that, cool. If not, it's not a big deal. We're just glad to have all of you guys here watching the stream and enjoying the show. You know, getting hype and all that good stuff. Throwing those emotes up there. That's what really means the most to us. Get ready. We are about to get the next matchup underway. Evil Tone strutting his way to the ring. And I can tell you one thing is for sure. If this was a pelvic thrusting competition, this guy would be walking to the ring with the belt. The championship would no doubt be his. Unfortunately for Tone Evil, he's going to have to work a little bit harder than pelvic thrusting if he wants to get to the top of the ladder in Champions Alliance Wrestling. Thank you so much, Beastie, for upgrading. That's awesome. They get this sorted out here for you. That's awesome. Thank you so much for subscribing and supporting the stream, Beastie. I can't thank you enough. And we will see if we can't get your in-chat emotes sorted out in the next couple of days for you. Exciting. Guys, let's see that love in the chat for Beastie upgrading that subscription here this week. Thank you so much. Let's get some hype in the chat, guys. Exotic Rivers now making his way to the ring. And here we go, the Masked Maniac, the Mad Scotian, making his way to the ring. Fatal four-way matchup set for action. Up next, here on Champions Alliance Wrestling, Battle Zone. Here we go, we are ready to get this one started. Fatal four-way matchup in action. The Mad Scotian immediately going to work on Exotic Rivers, and Jack Murphy trying to work on Tone Evil. Jack Murphy going to work again on Tone Evil inside of the ring. Exotic Rivers twisting and cranking on the neck of the Mad Scotian. Wow! Big shot! This is an absolute war zone here early on in this matchup. Exotic Rivers going to work now on the Mad Scotian. Jack Murphy just laying in. Mad Scotian on the receiving end of yet another dropkick. Jack Murphy with an elbow to the face from the apron. Tone Evil on the receiving end here now. Jack Murphy with a cover, but it's not enough. Jack Murphy here showing off a little bit now inside of the ring. The Mad Scotian goes to work on Rivers outside of the ring. Two, and Jack Murphy can't get the cover. Wow! The Mad Scotian is running wild outside of the ring here, nailing Rivers. Jack Murphy now. Jack Murphy setting up. Drop kick sends Tone Evil flying into the turnbuckle. The Mad Scotian fights an ongoing battle. Big leg drop onto the ropes. The Mad Scotian gets caught off guard and manages to reverse. Jack Murphy with a cover. And he's only going to get the 2 count. Two, three, Jack Murphy gets the cover on Tone Evil. The Mad Scotian far too preoccupied on the outside of the ring with exotic rivers. Jack Murphy is walking away with a big win here today on Battle Zone. All right. What a matchup. Jack Murphy walking away with a big win in that fatal 4-way matchup. But the show has just started. We still have many more matches to go. And up next, in tag team action, Harvest Moon, Getsugamo and Omega Stinks will take on Fight or Flight, Tannis, and Silence in HD. Get ready, because up next, we have more tag team action. Harvest Moon goes head-to-head with Fight or Flight. That's right, guys. Get those bets in. Use those coins. Once you guys get to 20 hours, you will become a regular. Anybody who's not currently a regular will become a regular at 20 hours viewed. You will get a stat increase, and if you're a subscriber, you get a shot on the big show, and of course, an even bigger stat increase. Lots of cool stuff. Custom emotes now available for 2-star subscribers and higher. All sorts of cool stuff in there. We are working on shirts for the store. We have the basic Champions Alliance Wrestling logo on shirts right now over on Threadless. So head to caw.threadless.com, I believe is the address, if I'm not mistaken. Check this out. Yeah, caw.threadless.com. We got our shirts on sale over there. We just got the basic design up right now. We are working on new designs going forward as well. Also, Beastie, I will get in touch with you, and we'll figure out exactly what we're going to get set up for your emote, your in-chat emote, what you'd like to get set up in there. Get that sorted out for you over the next couple of days. Or you should be able to actually might have even asked you in the Game Wisp thing or whatever. But either way, we'll get it sorted out over the next couple of days for you, and we should hopefully have it ready by Sunday for Elite Stars. But for now, Harvest Moon making their way to the ring. The GWA, I almost said it. I almost said that it's been a while. I was going good. I was going good, and then I just messed it all up. The Champions Alliance Wrestling World Champion Omega Sting alongside Getsugemo. Battle Zone, of course, the arena where everybody from Champions Alliance Wrestling comes to meet. And today we will see a meeting between these two tag teams. Fight or flight now, ready for action. Set to do battle with Harvest Moon here today on Battle Zone. I was muted, sorry. Omega Stick going to work now on Silence. Omega Stick now the champ takes down Silence in HD. The tag in from Silence. Tannis back in the mix now, facing off against Omega Stick. Nice kick by Tannis. Very well placed. It's Agemo back in the mix now. Working on the leg of Tannis. Goes for the cover, gets Agemo. 2 and a 2 count is all we're going to see. Nice reversal. Tannis manages to get the feet up in time, but it's not enough. Gets Agemo, aggressively gets Tannis back in the corner, and we are going to see some serious tag team action here. Harvest Moon going up high with a nice assisted crossbody. Omega Stick with the cover, 2, and not enough to keep it down for the 3 count. Omega Stick gets taken down now. A nice tactical advantage by Tannis now as he tries to gain a little bit of momentum here against Harvest Moon. The tag comes in. Silence now in control. Down goes Silence. Omega Stick's looking for a cover. 1. No, a 1 count is all he's going to get here. Tannis managing to escape the pin early on. Tannis now trying to get back to his feet. Or Silence in HD rather, trying to get back to his feet. Silence twisting and working on the arm of Omega Stick. Silence and Tannis are going to have to use some of those tag team maneuvers if they want to be successful here today against Harvest Moon. We are just not seeing that. We are seeing a whole lot of tag team action coming out of Harvest Moon, but Fight or Flight not on top of the game today by the looks of things. Silence get caught with a right jab. Uh-oh. Omega driver out of nowhere. Silence could be done. 2. Nearly a 3 count. Silence just barely able to escape. That Omega driver is devastating. And again, Omega Stig with that face first slam. Silence. Looked like Omega Stig was lining up, however, looks like Silence had caused an interruption now, and he makes the tag into Tanis. Tanis getting ready to go to work on Omega Stig now. Off the ropes. Wow, curb stomp by Tanis. Tanis nails Omega Stig. Goes for the pin. 2. Wow, so close. Tanis so close to that 3 count. Not quite able to keep it down though. Big elbow gets a Gemo, trying to get back. Omega Stig rather, trying to get back. Confused here, everybody looks alike. 2, and a near 3. Silence able to get in just in time. Tanis still on the receiving end of an onslaught at the hands of Omega Stig. Wow! Face first slam from the corner. The tag comes in. Getsagemo is ready. Tanis slowly trying to make it back to his corner, and Getsagemo puts a halt to that. Tanis back to his feet, trying to shake off. See if it's enough. Tanis with a running clothesline and another. Getsagemo off the ropes, and he finds himself on the receiving end of a huge tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Tanis. Now Silence gets the tag. Silence now headed up to the top rope. Silence sets up. Silence decides not to go for the high-risk maneuver. And here he goes. Silence headed back to the top again. Getsagemo reverses from the top. Superplex from the top. Sagemo's edge. Sagemo's edge. This could be it. No, not able to keep the 3 count down. So close. Get ready. Imperfect plex. What is going on? What happened? What is going on? The ref disqualified Omega Stig. Wow! Unbelievable! Harvest Moon disqualified after not listening to the ref. Fight or Flight gets the win. Crazy Sama with the sub. Thank you so much, man. That is awesome. New sub, crazy disqualification. What is going on here? Things are getting a little wild. Guys, we definitely need to get some hype in the chat for that crazy Sama sub. Thank you so much, man, for subscribing to this stream. We're glad to have you, and I will get in touch with you, and we'll get your character all worked out. So that's awesome, man. Thank you so much, guys. Let's see some of that love, some of that CAW hype in the chat. Crazy Sama, thank you so much for that subscription, man. We will definitely work to get you something all set up. Of course, you'll get, as long as you're an active subscriber, you'll get access to those much higher stats. You'll get put on the main show. Of course, that's every Sunday, Elite Stars. That is fantastic. That is absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much, man, for that subscription. That is fantastic. Up next, we got another big match. Another big triple threat matchup up next. We have Ash Venom, #1 contender for the title, Gamer Rock. And of course, the powerful Archie Lee, all facing off in a triple threat matchup up next. Just give me a sec there, Crazy Sama. I will get you all subbed up. All right, Crazy Sama, you should be good to go there. You should be set as a subscriber status there. That is fantastic, man. We are really growing here, guys. We are having openings still. CAW's too hyped. It's way too hyped to type. Just too hyped to type. All right, get ready. We're just getting the bets set up here. There we go. The bets started. Get ready. Next matchup, matchup number 4 of the day. About to get underway. Gamer Rock, Archie Lee, Ash Venom facing off in a triple threat matchup. We've seen all these competitors face off in solo competition in the past, never against one another in a triple threat matchup. And that's up next on Battle Zone. Get ready, up next, triple threat matchup. Champions Alliance Wrestling Battle Zone. We are about to get the next matchup underway. Gamer Rock coming into this matchup with a lot of momentum after last week's win over the champion in a non-title matchup. And here is your Champions Alliance Wrestling breakout champion, Ash Venom, making his way to the ring. And here comes Archie Lee. One of the few that physically, as far as size can go, can stand toe-to-toe with Ash Venom. And here we go, all three competitors ready to face off. The bell rings. Archie Lee immediately focuses on the champ, Ash Venom. Ash Venom pushing Archie Lee away like it were nothing. Gamer Rock, of course, focusing his attention on Ash Venom as well. The champ is definitely going to have a giant target on his back in this matchup. As we know, triple threat matchup, no disqualification, no countouts. Ash Venom now going to work on Gamer Rock. Archie Lee looks like he might be waiting for an opportunity here to strike. Archie Lee with a right hand and some teaming up. Wow, Archie Lee catches Gamer Rock off guard and flies face first into Ash. Wow! Gamer Rock just nailed Archie Lee. Ash Venom looking to take down the big, powerful Archie Lee as well. Drop kick now. Gamer Rock gets hit. Very little effect by Ash Venom. Wow! Catches the leg. Big choke slam. How the heck did Archie Lee get him up in the air like that? Gamer Rock now with a nice snap suplex on Archie Lee. Gamer Rock hooks the leg, but it is going to take a lot of effort if one of these guys wants to get a cover. Big right hand lays out Archie Lee now. Ash Venom trying to get back into control here. Ash Venom with a DDT plants deep. And into the corner. Ash Venom gets nailed on the shoulder there. Archie Lee tries to go to work, but he's pushed away by Gamer Rock. Oh, there's the power of... No! Archie Lee gets caught off guard. DDT by Gamer Rock. Ash Venom might be setting up for something. Archie Lee reversed from behind. Archie Lee with a big backbreaker. Ash Venom sets up. He has Gamer Rock set in his sights. Venom drop. Ash with the cover. Archie Lee breaks it up. Archie Lee now catches Ash. Powerful Lee hammer. Down goes Ash. The leg is hooked. And this time, Gamer Rock is there to break it up. Gamer Rock with the cover. Not enough. Only the 2 count. Archie Lee slowly getting back to his feet. Crossbody slam. Gamer Rock goes down hard. Ash Venom is there yet again to break up the pin. Whip into the corner. And shoulder into that post. Ash Venom nails Archie Lee. Gamer Rock now nails Archie Lee. Ash Venom focuses his attention. Base first. Ash Venom in a good position now to get a win here. Ash Venom now bringing the fight to the powerful Archie Lee. Archie Lee with a forearm from behind. Gamer Rock looking set up for something. Archie Lee manages to escape. Gamer Rock finds himself again in the grasp of Ash Venom. Archie Lee catches a belly to belly. Ash Venom clearly in control at this point. Ash Venom with the cover. 2. No, not enough to put Gamer Rock away. Archie Lee is headed to the outside. He's going to want to hurry because this might give Ash Venom the opportunity. Archie Lee has a sledgehammer now. Wow, reversed by Gamer. Gamer Rock nails Archie Lee in the midsection with the handle of that sledgehammer. Ash goes for the pin as Gamer Rock goes to the top. 3. Gamer Rock looking to finish it, but Ash Venom manages to slip in and take the win away. Somehow, I have a strong feeling that Gamer Rock will no doubt have something to say about that matchup. Yeah, subs are like exempt from like link bans and stuff like that. Videos, absolutely, man. Where, like, here on Twitch? Or on YouTube, or what? Subscribers are exempt from that, so that's cool. Hang on one sec there, guys. All right, sorry about that, guys. We're ready to get going here. The next matchup, middle-aged nerd makes his way to the ring. He's facing off against a competitor who has faced off. They have faced off against one another a few times in the past, not in Champions Alliance Wrestling. However, they do have a history. And Kitten's Mew making his way to the ring after forming what is not surprisingly called Kitty Club. Kitty Club has begun a full-on offensive here on Champions Alliance Wrestling. Kitty Club is set for action. Kitten's Mew here. Kitten's Mew ready to face off. Middle-aged nerd ready to go. Let's get this matchup underway. And here we go. Kitten's Mew and middle-aged nerd locking up in the center. Kitty Styles at ringside here. Seen her cause distractions many times in the past. Interesting to see if tries to get involved here. Middle-aged nerd with a nice shot. Wow, big power bomb early on here at a middle-aged nerd. He completely goes for broke here, trying to put Kitten's Mew and the Kitty Club down for good. Middle-aged nerd trying to do everything he can to perhaps get the win early on here. Shot to the midsection, breaks the hold now. Middle-aged nerd with a scoop slam, it's reversed. And Kitten's Mew with a nice DDT reversal. Wow, absolute disregard for Kitten's Mew as he drops him right out of the suplex. Middle-aged nerd really doing a number on Kitten's Mew right now. If this continues at this rate, there is a very good chance I would be willing to bet that Kitty Styles will no doubt at some point be up on that apron to distract the referee. Middle-aged nerd with a cover. The leg is hooked. 1, 2. And a 2 count. Big chop in the corner. Kitten's Mew now delivering a devastating chop. Echoes through the arena here. Scrubbing the face with the bottom of that boot there. Wow, absolutely brutal, dirty tactics by middle-aged nerd. Middle-aged nerd just chipping away at Kitten's Mew. Sets up for the suplex, face first. Drops down. Very unorthodox style of wrestling by middle-aged nerd, and it seems to be winning in this matchup so far as he continues. Wow, the clothesline misses. Middle-aged nerd goes face first into that top rope. Kitten's Mew looking for an opportunity off of that. Running boot nails Kitten's Mew. Middle-aged nerd recovers. Kitten's Mew in the corner. Middle-aged nerd nails the clothesline the second time around. He does not miss. Face first again in the corner. Middle-aged nerd with that boot. Huge boot. Huge haluva kick. Middle-aged nerd could have the win. No, a 2 count is all he's going to be able to keep. Middle-aged nerd continuing to dominate this match here. Sling blade. Kitten's Mew catches middle-aged nerd out of nowhere. 2 and a 2 count. Not quite enough, as we're clearly able to see the frustration on the face of Kitten's Mew. The Kitten's clutch. Kitten's Mew really trying to keep his momentum going here, as a win here today would be huge for the momentum of Kitty Club. Big shot to the midsection as middle-aged nerd gets back to his feet. Roll up pin. Deadlift power bomb. Wow, the strength of middle-aged nerd is obvious. 1, 2, 3. Middle-aged nerd with a huge win. After the failed roll-up attempt turned into a deadlift powerbomb. Absolutely devastating. Middle-aged nerd gets a big win, and it looks like Kitty Club is going to have to go back to the drawing board for this week's Elite Stars. All right. We have 2 more matchups And these ones are the ones you've been waiting for, everybody. Guys, get hyped. Up next, the Breakout Hardcore Championship is on the line in a no-holds-barred matchup. P-Crack will face off against Roger Arthur for the Breakout Hardcore Championship. Up next. Get those bets in. You've only got a couple of minutes to get them in. This is the Breakout Hardcore Championship no-holds-barred matchup. This is going to be an absolutely brutal match. We expect to see Roger Arthur throw everything absolutely possible at P-Crack in order to hang on to that championship. Up next, Breakout Hardcore no-holds-barred matchup between P-Crack and the defending Hardcore Breakout champion, Roger Arthur. Up next, the Hardcore Breakout Championship is on the line in a no-holds-barred matchup. The defending champion, Roger Arthur, will face off against P-Crack. And P-Crack looks as focused as they come. He is ready to square off against the breakout hardcore champ. However, that hardcore championship has been held tightly in the grasp of Roger Arthur since he got his hands on it. The New Jersey Wolverine, Roger Arthur. Roger Arthur needs to keep his sights set on the title going into this matchup, as any deviation from any planned course could likely cost him that championship that is around his waist. Breakout Hardcore Championship is on the line. This matchup is about to get underway. Let's ring the bell. A lockup results in Roger Arthur getting a little bit of momentum there early on. Big kick now. Roger Arthur controlling the matchup here early on. Big power slam as Arthur continues to work away at P-Crack. The kick is caught. No, reverse. And Roger Arthur manages to work his way around the defense of P-Crack. Reverse power slam now. Roger Arthur controlling this matchup here early on. And to be honest, I expected no less out of the breakout hardcore champion. And down he goes onto the knee. The midsection of P-Crack taking some serious damage here. P-Crack manages to reverse, but leg sweep now. Roger Arthur back in the driver's seat. 2 and a 2 count is all he's going to get. Roger Arthur sets P-Crack up. Big power bomb. Roger Arthur with a whip. P-Crack in the corner against the turnbuckle there. Roger Arthur setting up. Wow! Roger Arthur from the second rope. Wow, unbelievable. Roger Arthur has a plan and he is looking to execute it here. Crack now back to his feet and trying to turn the tables here. Roger Arthur manages to reverse and gets the Russian leg sweep. Arthur with the pin. Not enough to keep Crack down for the count. And Crack takes the leg out from underneath. Crack now desperately trying to mount an offensive. He is going to need to muster up everything that he can if he wants to get a win here over the champion. Running knee by Arthur. Seems like no matter what Crack does, Roger Arthur is always a step ahead. Roger Arthur's gonna need to finish this quick. It looks like he might be running out of steam. He applies the sharpshooter. Will Crack submit? Roger Arthur with the cover, hooks the leg, 2, and a kick out at 2. Roger Arthur has controlled the pace of this matchup so far and continues to do so, but at what rate can he continue to do so? Showing signs of wear, looks like he might be gassing out a little bit, so to speak. Roger Arthur takes Crack up high. All the way to the top. From the second rope, Crack gets tossed all the way from the top. This could be it. Very winded Roger Arthur catches his breath, or tries to. Roger Arthur lines up. And that's it. I don't think Crack is going to make it out. The Wolverine driver, that could be it. 2, 3, Roger Arthur, your reigning, defending, breakout hardcore champion, puts another win underneath his belt. A very impressive win streak as the winning continues for a very, very happy breakout hardcore champion, Roger Arthur. All right. And up next, the main event of today's show. This is a big one. Get ready. We are going to have an all-out showdown for the CAW Intercontinental Championship here in today's main event. Up next in today's main event, I White Boy V will take on Shinchi Max for the CAW Intercontinental Championship. All right, up next, the main event matchup of the day. The Intercontinental Championship is on the line. Champions Alliance Wrestling Intercontinental Champion Shinji Max defends his title against the challenger, White Boy V. And here comes the challenger, being accompanied to the ring by Nightbloom V, none other than White Boy V. White Boy V looks like he is zoned in and ready to go to face off against Shinji Max in today's Intercontinental Championship matchup.
You think you know me?
And the CAW Intercontinental Championship, Shinji Max has entered the arena and is on his way to the ring. Intercontinental Championship on the line today in the main event. And this is going to be one heck of a matchup. I cannot wait to see these two lock up. Shinji Max now trying to work on the shoulder here early on. And it's reversed by White Boy V. Nightbloom there from the sidelines getting in the face, perhaps trying to get into the head of Shinji Max. Shinji Max now with the right hand and trying to get us started here. Drops down the midsection, hard onto the knee. Big drop down to the back. White Boy V on the receiving end here as Shinji Max tries to get the advantage here early on. Shinji Max from the second rope. Big elbow drop. Very well placed elbow now. And a takedown. White Boy burying now, just drilling Shinchi Max. The champ is on the receiving end. Shinchi Max with a cover now, hooks the leg, and a kick out at one. White Boy V trying to come back here, perhaps trying to turn the tables a bit. Sends Shinchi Max into the corner, followed up by flying knee. And a 1 count is all we're going to see. Big shot. Shinchi Max trying to recover. Shinchi Max with a whip. White Boy goes face first into the turnbuckle. Shinchi Max trying to find an opportunity. Running knee strike into the corner. Shinchi Max with the cover. 2. And a near 3 count, but it's not going to be enough. Shinchi Max very frustrated at this point. Shinchi Max drops down with a big backbreaker. Shinchi Max disassembling the announce table here. And things could start to get ugly here on the main event of Battle Zone. This could be trouble for one of these two. White Boy V plays it safe and takes the fight back into the ring. Shinchi Max slow to get back to his feet now. Northern Lights. Up next comes the Brain Buster. Can he hit it? Beautiful execution and a nice combination by White Boy V. Two. Leg sweep takedown. Shinchi Max now working on the leg of White Boy V. Wow, a nice DDT. Plants the champ, and this could be it. White Boy V now taking the fight to the outside. Wow! Big suplex on the outside. Oh, this could be bad news for one of these two. White Boy gets nailed against that table. Shinchi Max applies the figure 4 now. And it looks like White Boy V has reversed it and applied pressure to Shinchi Max. Count reaches 7. White Boy V restarts the count, and we're getting back to the brawl here on the outside of the ring. Shinchi Max locks it up but breaks the hold. A big forearm and a boot from the apron. White Boy V back in control now. White Boy V. Reverse suplex. Down goes Shinchi Max. Northern Lights again setting up. Can he hit the second? The Brain Buster. There it is. This is a lot of momentum for White Boy V, and we could have a winner. 2. No, kick out at 2. Shinchi Max. Uh-oh. This could be it. Eye driver. We could have a new Intercontinental Champion. 2, 3. White Boy V wins it with the eye driver. Your new Intercontinental Champion. White Boy V. After a brawl that would seem to last an eternity, a new CAW Intercontinental Champion has been crowned here today on CAW Battle Zone.